All right, what's up, everybody? It is Monday, March 4th. Already. Holy cow. Good to see y'all when you get on here. I know I just started this last minute thing here. We should be on our private Facebook group and also on YouTube. So I know it'll take a second here to get some things rolling. If you hop on here, just comment, let me know if you can hear me. I see a few people are joining now. I don't know who you are. Where are you? What do you do? How are you doing tonight? What do we got? Just says Facebook user. So we can hear you. Hi, Tom. I can hear you. Good to see all you guys. David is here on YouTube. Colin is here. What's up? Prince George. Awesome. Handyman renovations. Electrical contractor. Ryan Richards. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Japeth, what's up? Nice to see you here. Jonathan on YouTube. All right. So bath remodeler, Jonathan. Bunch of you Facebook people, if you don't grant StreamYard permission, I don't know what your name is. You're just saying, hey, Tom and stuff. So appreciate you guys. Colton family, what's up? Thanks again. Kevin Sanchez, Ace of Decks, and good old Naperville. How are things in Naperville, Kevin? Just curious about that. Shatoya, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see ya. So I want to try something here tonight. This is really weird. Garrett's here. What's up? Good to see you, man. Rhode Island in the house. Naperville is always booming. That it is. You know, Kevin, I got family in Wheaton. I got a kink in my neck. And I'm considering coming back to the Naperville area, Naperville, Aurora, Oswego area, and do an event. So many people in that area are so critical to the success I've had in my life, in my business, that I'm considering just coming back there and just doing a thing. I don't know. So we'll see. It's rolling around up here, which means something's going to happen, but I'm not sure when. Anyway, yeah, man, I am wiped out. God, guys, I look so red and tired. I just, you don't care. That's fine. It's all good. So here's what I want to try. First thing I want to do is I want to try sharing my screen here. And the bummer is when I share my screen, I can't see the chat. So right now I'm sharing the Contractor Fight website. So can you guys see this on here? I don't share the screen much on StreamYard, and I have a purpose for doing this, and then I'm going to get off. I'll stop sharing the screen. Can you guys see the screen share? Yes? Okay, cool. Thank you, Shatoy. So guys, real quick, I hopped on live here tonight because I want to announce that our Nail Your Numbers course is now out. Okay. And I'm going to go over that a minute. I think if you're having struggles with your math and your business, you want to get it. All right. Here's why I'm showing this on the screen. If you are a Battleground member, please do not buy this, because this is why I wanted to show the screen. When you come into Battleground, all right, you get nail your numbers. It is, we added it for you guys. So if you bought it, we'll have to refund you. Okay. But hopefully you didn't buy it. We have a goal of churning out a lot of different courses over time. And when we do, most, if not all, will be made available to Battleground members. So this is kind of just a peek behind the scenes here for those of you. And I can't see the chat right now, so I don't know what's going on. But guys, Anthony Abbott and I, he's one of our coaches. Anthony went from 12 grand a year take home pay to, a shit ton of money, 1.35 million gross profit in under 18 months. He went from 300 grand a year to 2.7 at a 50% gross profit in 12 months. We talk about that in the course. And so you got money mindset, we go through some things here. Guys, what I'm proud of, and I'm going to stop sharing this now real quick here. Hold on. Stop sharing. There we go. Is we worked really hard to make this super simple. All right. I'm a Marine veteran and Anthony is an Army veteran, and we tried to idiot proof this. If you're in the military, you're familiar with that, with that phrase. And we nailed it down to pretty much 7 numbers. Okay. That if you can, if we go over these 7 numbers with you, and if you can basically plug in, I'm just looking here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. Okay. My latest story on Instagram is there. You can see the worksheet and we teach you how to use it. Guys, you plug in 7 numbers and knowing your numbers is going to be really, really simple. That's Garrett, Army Infantry. Good to see you, buddy. That's what we really worked hard at. It was so hard to do this course. We filmed it in a day, but it was so hard to keep it super simple. If you guys have ever tried to keep something, like think of all the knowledge you have about your trade and imagine trying to communicate that knowledge to somebody who's brand new. You don't want to overwhelm them, and you got to do it in like an hour. Okay. So that was tough because there's a lot of different scenarios and you all have a different context with your numbers and stuff. So anyway, my point is, I think we did a damn good job of keeping it simple, but also making it high value for people that might be a little more advanced in their numbers. I think you might learn something here. Guys, what I want to encourage you with is you got to do this to the going rate. Okay. This whole know your numbers thing. Every time we put something out about your numbers, anytime I do a YouTube video or a training or a podcast about the numbers of business, our stats go off the charts. And I believe that's because most people are not confident in their numbers, and they're not confident in their numbers because they're looking at the going rate. All right. They're looking at all these other companies out there that are charging what they're charging. Guys, and don't let a big company fool you. I've coached companies that are doing 10, 12, 15. One I could think of was doing $40 million a year that I coached for a while. They didn't know their numbers. They were undercharging and they weren't making any more money. They weren't making money, you guys. Okay. So don't give a crap about anybody's numbers but your own numbers. Okay. Screw the going rate. And, I keep going back to this 7 numbers thing. This whole 7 numbers that we teach you, that Anthony and I teach you inside of this course, are going to change the game for you. All right. Knowing your numbers does not have to, it doesn't require an accounting degree or an advanced math degree or anything like that. All right. When you know these numbers and you learn how to think about certain things, I think the approach that we had with the mindset of math and business for you guys in this course is going to really open your eyes to a different way of thinking and this and that. So anyway, so I'm not going to beat this up here. I'll open it up for a few questions if you got questions about your business. But I just wanted to come on and let you know that me and Anthony and me, it's Anthony and me, because No, it's Anthony and I always screw that up. God, look at the bags and I'm so tired. I have a shoulder issue, guys, and I'm not sleeping well, like at all. And it's been going on for months. Yeah, so anyway, somebody says they're double the going rate and still booked. Solid. There you go. I love it. But anyway, we're going to talk about mindset that wealthy people, okay, rich people have about money. Okay. We're going to, in the course, we dig into helping you understand what it really takes to operate your business for a year. All right. There are costs. For those of you that think you don't have overhead, you're full of shit. You have overhead. All right. Basic math, accounting terms. There's a bunch of good stuff in here. So anyway, so questions. I'll give you a few questions here. What's up, Paul, Eli, Facebook user, Aaron Harshaw. What's up, brother? Love you, buddy man. Buddy man. Julio, or is that Julio? I want to be mindful of that. Good to see you in the Des Plaines area. Northwest suburbs. Philip is here. Eli is here. Who else can I see on here? Nathan, Acclaim, Garage Doors. Good to see you. All right. So, excuse me. Questions here. I'm just looking here. Eli says, what do you think of the Big 12 CRM? I don't think anything because I've never heard of it. Jim, when is this available? It's available right now. Go to that domain that's scrolling on the screen. We opened it up today. Nail your numbers. Jim, when are you going to get in Battleground, man? Just curious. So, and if you're on here late, you guys, if you're part of Battleground, let me share the screen again. Okay. Do not buy this. If you are in Battleground, do not buy it, because inside a Battleground, okay. And guys, if you're not in Battleground, you need to get in Battleground, amazing coaching and all this other shit, but you get all these courses. Okay. Here's Nail Your Numbers. You get all these downloadable resources that we have here to help you with your numbers and your marketing and your operations and employee handbooks. You get all the sales training calls. Like, here's all the calls in the month inside a Battleground. This is an average month. You can check out the belt tracker here. All those role plays that we do are just crazy. All right. You just click on somebody's Calendly link and you schedule a role play with somebody who's kick ass, who's better than you. You got access to all the archives, all the training on all these different topics inside the business, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to get crazy on this. My point was, if you're in Battleground, please do not buy this, because you have it. You already have it. Okay. Colin got my book today. Thanks, buddy. Awesome. All right. Questions. You guys got some questions. Can you explain what the Nail Your Numbers course entails? I mean, it's like Excel spreadsheet or just article or something like that. So Garrett, this is a way to make sure that you know exactly what your personal number needs to be charging in your business based on things like how many working days you have, your goals around your net profit, what you want to pay you, and all those other types of things. And this simplifies it at a ridiculous level that'll get you a lot of fast wins. Okay. Guys, this is an introductory rate at $47 for the next, I think 10, 12, 15 days, something like that. Paul, what's up, man? I've been using your what to charge equation. Did a while ago. Would you say it's still valid and accurate? I had tremendous success for the last 2 years. Hey, if it's working for you, Paul, that's great. We find that a lot of contractors were really confused by it because it was meant more for service type businesses. It was meant to be an awareness thing where this is how much it really costs you to be in business per hour. And people have been confused. I could have done a lot better job of presenting it, which is why we get messages every day. People find the videos on YouTube and stuff, and they're like, where's the sheet for this that you said's in the video? We took it down because it was confusing too many. People were figuring up their hourly number and they were doubling that when all the math was already done. They were fucking it up. So hopefully that makes sense. JP Eric, new contractor here. Before I got my payment terms and contract in order, I left too much stack up on the final. Okay. That was like out of nowhere, unless there was another post earlier, buddy. I don't know what that meant. Payment to me, homeowner didn't pay. All right, well, you got to get your contracts in place, buddy. You're a new contractor, so you're probably learning this lesson one time if you're smart, because we all do. If you don't have your paperwork in order, then you're going to hose yourself, okay? And it really only takes one time to learn that lesson. And unfortunately, I learned it many times before I turned shit around when I was younger. But JP, hire, here, I'm typing it in. Kara Lynn Cromines. Google her. She is one of our coaches inside of Battleground. She's a construction attorney, but you can reach out to her, pay her to do your contracts, subcontractor agreements, whatever it is that you need. She'll take great care of you, okay? For sure. Other questions, guys? Other questions? How can I help you? You're welcome, Eric. See, Paul, you said you did that at first and then clarified, blah, 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 worked out. Yeah, so you paid attention. Colin, is she okay to help Canadians with contracts? Just send a message and ask. I'm not totally sure what her, I doubt she practices law in Canada, but I think you should ask. Facebook user, I don't know who you are. What platforms you something? If you like put an emoji in there, it made it all weird. What platforms do you use to sell jobs? I don't know what your question is. Please be more specific, whoever you are. Somebody says CRM, he's asking. I don't use a CRM to sell jobs. If you're asking what CRM to use for your business, that's a different story. We have great relationships with Estimate Rocket, with JobTread. Those are our two main ones. They're a lot of our members use. I mean, listen, guys, the best CRM for you is the one you're going to use, that adds value to you, that your team uses, you use, and it's a huge benefit to you. So I'm sorry, whoever asked that, I'm sorry if I don't understand your question in more detail. Feel free to ask it again. I'll give you guys a few more minutes here. My wife just got home with dinner. And we have some work happening on the house tomorrow. Never mind. Fucking contractors. Anyway, question, how often do you suggest updating your pricing? Anytime you're not making the money you want to make. I mean, we reviewed our pricing every month. Okay. And if we were booked out more than, 3-4 weeks, we raised our prices. If lead flow was strong. And I mean, this is an ongoing thing, you guys. Okay. Is it weird that we all know your wife by the queen? No, it's not weird because that's what we call her. Facebook user, any app to do estimate for beginners? What's your trade? I don't know what you do. Whatever your trade is, Google CRMs for fill in the trade, and you'll find the apps, and you got to test them out. And you said app to do estimates. Like, you still have to plug in your production rates, whoever you are. I don't know who you are. You got to put your times in the app. Okay. Which up front, like, guys, I would do, I don't know, 8 800 bids a year, 1,000 bids a year, sometimes more. Okay. And I could go through and do a $50,000 whole house interior paint bid in 20 minutes. I could have it done in 20 minutes. Okay. But it took us like a week to input all of our data of our production rates and stuff. We were always changing those. So, excuse me. Again, I don't know what you do, but hopefully you know your production rates. You just plug them in. The guy there, it's crazy the number of apps and tools that are available now. If you guys were in business in like 2001, 2, 3 back then, when all this shit was just starting, it's crazy the options you guys have now. I used to carry a computer with me that had spreadsheets that I'd type shit in houses, and I'd hit enter and turn the computer around and show the customer. That's how outdated my shit was. Okay. Is this program different than the previous Know Your Numbers course? Yeah, it's different. It's a lot simpler. The Know Your Numbers course was what? Several hours of fight night videos you had to go through. This cuts through all of that and gets you squared away on this a lot quicker. If you've previously purchased the Know Your Numbers course, I believe we sent out a coupon code today for you guys. Okay. So email help@thecontractorfight.com, Jonathan, if that's something you're interested, if you can't find that email, and they'll get you the code. How much is the new course? Here, how about we just do this? There's the link. It's too cheap is what it is. It's an introductory rate. It's $47 for a couple weeks. There you go. Protex 3-ring binder pitch book freaking rocks. That's right, man. I remember that too. I had all my testimonials in a 3-ring binder. All right. Last call for questions, guys, and then I'm going to have to get going. The queen is home. We're going to eat dinner. Jonathan, you're welcome. Last call. Hey, guys, I also want to do this. Well, I got a few of you guys here. I'm going to put the link in here for you. So in the month of March here, starting in March, the queen and I, we do a lot of things to help people, like quietly behind the scenes. We do a lot of things. We're extremely blessed, worked really hard for what we have. And anyway, that being said, in March, if you guys follow my Instagram at Real Tom Reber, that's all you got to do to be eligible. And then we're going to do a post later in the month where I ask people to kind of comment and weigh in on their situation. We're going to, in March, we're going to pay somebody's car payment. And going forth throughout the year, we're going to be doing several things throughout the year to give to people, okay, and help people out and this and that. So if you want, if you want to be aware of those types of things, just go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Okay. Quick questions here. We got a few of them. Somebody's asking, because it just is Facebook user, guys, so I don't know who you are. Why is it important to hire a coach at any stage of business, new or old, and how will that impact your business in a positive way? Well, listen, I don't think a coach will help you if you're not ready to be coached, number one. The student, the teacher arrives when the student is ready, okay? You know, as far as hire a coach at any stage of business, new or old, how will that impact your business? If you're hungry to learn and you implement the things that, you know, you're being coached on, you're going to win. Okay. Unless you're hiring somebody who has no idea what they're doing, right? Little league baseball players have a coach, right? Middle school, high school, every level of sports has a coach, and it's the same in business. So, again, I believe that when you have the right information and the right encouragement and the right community and the right intent, and you have the intent to implement, those things married together are a recipe for success. Okay. Guys, I've hired coaches before where I didn't get results, and I didn't get results because I didn't do what I was coached to do. I mean, I can look back a few programs I was in and stuff, and I'm just like, because my pain wasn't great enough. That's the other thing, meaning your motive, your why. It doesn't have to be like pain. It could be pleasure that you're seeking, right? Like you want a stronger business, you want to build your dream house, or it could be you just want to fucking make payroll, and that's the pain, right? Tired of being on the hamster wheel. I mean, we all have our own reasons. So I think you have to connect to that and go all in. Coaching, I will tell you guys overall, and I spend well over 6 figures a year, well over 6 figures a year for me personally. And I've never failed to achieve a massive ROI on that because I take it seriously. Now I take it seriously. I don't work with a coach unless I'm all in. Okay. So anyway, good question, whoever that was. Garrett, what's up? How granular did you get when you were doing bids when it came to production rates? Did you go right down to the minutes, or was it in the nearest hour? Can you maybe elaborate? Yeah, it was minutes in some cases. Like we had a software that worked for painting, right? So so like on the average house, like we did so much work on the back end to be able to put these numbers in here. I want to be clear on that, but like I knew that for every 40 hours of actual painting, it was going to be 16 hours of setup and cleanup. And so that was like automatically worked into the price at the bottom, like we had it in there. Our price inside of our software. I don't see the link, Tom. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a link scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. Nail your numbers if that's the link you're talking about, whoever that was. I don't know your name because you don't have your name on there. Anyway, we'd give, depending on the situation, like if it was a new construction situation versus a repaint situation, it could be, 15 minutes to sand baseboards in a normal room. And then in a residential repaint situation, it might be triple that time. It could be 45 minutes. So everything we had was really broken down, Garrett, and we did it with our team, and we always worked on it. Like it was never done because we were always like tweaking it and trying to get it more accurate. Gross profit is consistently well above 50%, but struggling to scale. I don't know what areas of your business are struggling. I don't know enough. Maybe you don't have enough leads. Like I know a lot of companies that have really, really high gross profit, and they're broke because their marketing blows balls. Okay. And they don't their phone doesn't ring. What do you do, Paul? Clay, what's up? Thanks for that, buddy. He said you already paid my car house and fed my family. Eternally grateful. I got to screenshot that, but I got to take a picture of that. Dude, I appreciate it. You made my day. Absolutely made my day. Kevin, business has been good. We're able to hire a sales rep to keep up with demand. If we're selling to 50%, what percentage should be commissioned for the sale? Kevin, God, man, I know I've seen you on here before and stuff. I hate when somebody says we're looking to hire a sales rep. My immediate reaction is, please don't do that. Okay. Now, I don't have all the context of your business, but I can tell you, if you are not doing at least $1 million a year at a 50% gross profit, okay, don't hire a sales rep. That's like my standard answer. Get better at sales. But again, I don't know your situation. So let me scroll down and see if anybody, Paul the painter. Okay, Paul, because I asked Paul what he did. Paul, if you don't have, you go back to your other question, trying to scale. See, I don't know what your goals are. I don't know where you want to take this business, but I can tell you, you know, most people, yeah, what area of my business are struggling? I don't know, because I don't know your situation. Like, Paul, if you're, I don't know if you're a one-man show. I don't know if you have a team. I don't know what, you know, where things are at, but I will say this. If you're a smaller operation, which is fine, and your phone's not ringing at least 7 to 10 times a day, that's a problem, because you're a painter. Okay. You're not a GC doing $200,000 projects. You're a painter, right? Painters, handymen, flooring companies, carpet companies, you know, landscape, those types of things, specialty contractors, guys, your phone should be ringing 5 to 10 times a day. All right. And if it's not, you got a lot of work to do. Okay. Net zero, 1530, what size dollar of job would dictate payment dates? I try to tell the client that the net zero payment saves them money, so encourage them. Colin, again, this is a, sorry if I don't remember off the top. I don't know what you do right now. But this whole net 15 and 30, unless you're doing like 6-figure remodeling projects, okay, the payment terms are you pay us today. And if it's like a 6-month job that you're doing, you should be at milestones. You should be getting paid. So with us, again, we were a painting company. We were doing hundreds of jobs a year. We got paid the second we finished the job. We had trained our crews and our teams to collect the money. So we painted Mrs. Smith's house. We did the final walkthrough, and she handed us a check or a card to swipe. We were paid within like 0 days. So, so again, like there's so many, yeah, your renovations, you just got to work that into milestones, 500 to 25K. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like, if you're doing a $25,000 job, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to pay you now. Fuck that 30-day shit, man. Anyway, Paul is a one-man band. Yeah. So Paul, what's your average job size, Paul? Now I really got to wrap it up here. I don't know if Paul's typing. Maybe he left. It's like I'm having 2 or 3 different conversations at once here, guys. Sorry. I need to attack sales and marketing. Yeah, Paul, like, listen, let's work on $150,000 in your pocket a year as a one-man show. Average job is $3,500. So if you're working by yourself, you got to do 43 jobs at $3,500 just to pay yourself 150 grand. So let's double that. All right. Let's just say you got to bring in 350 grand a year at a 50% gross profit. So 350 divided by 3,500 is 100 jobs, right? 100 jobs. That's 2 a week, man. Totally doable for you. Okay. And so if you're doing 100 jobs, let's say your close rate is probably, I'm just 40%. 100 jobs divided by 0.4. You need 250 leads a year. Okay. Piece of fucking cake, man. You do that in your sleep. That's 21 leads a month. Okay. Divided by 4.3 weeks in a month. That's 5 a week. Like, think about that. Maybe you're already doing that. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right. So guys, listen, I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I wanted to hop on and just make sure that you guys were, you knew about the Nail Your Numbers course. I'm sorry. And if you are in Battleground, do not buy it because you already get it as part of the membership. All right. So I'm going to head upstairs with the Queen. I just dropped the link in there again for you guys. And y'all, listen, if you have found any value whatsoever from the contractor fight and the work that we're doing here, share this with another contractor. Share the fight. Okay. Share the podcast, share YouTube channels, share social media. I don't care what it is. Give them a link to the book. Okay. You can get it on the website for free. Just pay shipping and handling. We're trying to help people have a better life and a business, stronger business, be proud of what they're doing. Appreciate all you guys so much for being part of the fight and supporting us. And I'm going to get rolling here. Appreciate you all. We'll see you guys next time.